Beautiful. Your shots just instantly got faster and more accurate. Maybe I should teach badminton or something. In this video, I'm going to show you the top 5 smash drills that you can use in 2024 to increase your smash speed and smash accuracy. It's going to be a mix of technical skills, stamina skills, and power skills. We're going to go from the most essential fundamentals of what a smash is to more advanced skills. And the most essential fundamental is actually learning how to throw a bird. Now, I think most people do not know how to throw a ball correctly. Our goal is from this doubles line, we have to throw it over to the net. But when we're throwing the bird, we're not relying on pure power. We want smoothness to throw to the net. So let's each try to throw a few birds. Nice. Yeah, just keep it smooth. Now that we've gotten it smooth, our next goal is to accelerate. Now we have to know at what point we accelerate. Acceleration is actually not here. This is just to carry momentum. Most of the acceleration happens when your elbow comes forward. So our goal is to carry momentum to where our elbow comes forward, and then from this point is where we really need to accelerate forward and release. And by doing this, you should be able to throw it over the net. Now that we learned the basic motion of a swing, next is to implement our contact point onto the bird. So for this drill, we're gonna keep it very small with just very small side-to-side tap smashes. Now, our hitbox, you'll see that when we're throwing our bird like this is our whole range of motion. But when we're practicing this skill, we're practicing contact point of the bird. So our hitbox, you're gonna wanna imagine, is kind of like in this, like just maybe a bit bigger than the size of your head. So like this, a watermelon, and pop, 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 pop. You're gonna be wanting to generate all your power in this hitbox, and you're not gonna be wanting to swing all the way from the back. So the point is to come up and then hit here, come up, hit here, and we're focusing on just generating as much power as we can in the smallest frame of swing. You'll see while Paul's shots are pretty good, one thing that he could improve on his shot is after contacting, what he likes to do is he likes to hit the shot and bounce back, kind of like it's repulsing off the birdie. But for a shot to be truly fast in such a small time frame, you need to hit the shot and push forward. Remember, all of the mass is coming from our racket. There is no mass on the bird, so there should be no reason that we are bouncing back after the shot. So again, Paul, let's try. So we can see from that one small change of his shot, the speed and density of his shot instantly changed. You'll see his shots are now a lot faster, the sound is different, and they're much sturdier, making it harder to return. So that drill was working on our power generation on our contact point. Now this next drill is going to be working on our accuracy of shots. For something to be more consistent, it needs to have a larger range of motion and more mass. That means if we want to be more consistent with our placement, we actually are not swinging small, we are actually swinging big. So what we want to do for this is not focus on hitting the bird really hard with our wrist, but opening as big as we can and making sure we have one straight line following all the way through on the motion. So we're gonna go big circle and follow this line. After we hit, we're following this line all the way through. Most of the times, if you're not aiming right, it's going to be because your line and follow through was not straight. It's very difficult to control your placement of shot using only your wrist, because one small adjustment of your wrist, you see, can adjust the shot by 10 to 20 degrees. We can try it with tubes. So we'll place it here on the side. So right now what we'll see from Paul's shot is his accuracy is not super high. Why? Because his follow through is not actually following in the direction he's hitting to. For example, right now, if his goal is to aim it straight, he'll still swing sometimes to the left or sometimes to the right. So one thing we're gonna do, Paul, to ensure that we have more accurate swings is you wanna imagine as you're hitting, you're throwing your body all the way forward in that direction completely. Now that we learned the basics of throwing, the swing, how to generate power, how to have accuracy, it's time to put it together in our first full drill, and that's going to be side-to-side smashes. So what we want to focus on in this drill is everything we've learned. One is making sure your swing is down. Second now is when we're attacking, we're coming up and thinking the power generation is still a very small swing. So remember, you're combining the smallness and foreness of the power generation, but also that following the line feeling through as you're hitting the accuracy on the shots. One thing we'll notice from Paul that's happening to him, and it's gonna happen to you too, is that once he starts combining power generation and follow through, both just got a little bit worse. So we really need to focus on one, is our power generation small and all the way through? Second, is our shot on the lines? Beautiful. Great. Nice. Beautiful. Look, am I a good coach or what, Paul? Your shots just instantly got faster and more accurate. Man, maybe I should like teach badminton or something. So now that you got that down just from the center, let's try it with a little bit of movement. So side to side. One thing that you're gonna have to focus on when we're doing the movement is that you're stable before you hit. Follow the line. We'll see that once we start adding a movement, the accuracy and power dissipates a little, totally normal. And this is not the problem with the smash. This is a problem with the footwork consistency of getting into the proper position every time, but that's for another video. Our last drill is combining everything we learned together in a more realistic playing. So it's going to be the smash net drill. We're going to do it now with smash net. What this is gonna do is increase our movement on the court, put us even more out of position. So we really need to focus on our basics here, which is our power generation and following our line, no matter how out of position we are. One more thing to note, when we're doing our smash kill, when we're killing, it's also the same concept as the smashes. Small power generation, and we wanna follow through on line to have it accurate. So when you're killing, I want you to also aim for the tubes. All right, Paul, what do you think about that? About your power generation and following the line as you're doing this movement?
I think it's hard to find a good balance between having enough power to get it through and also getting the accuracy through.
Right, so one more thing you have to focus on, is probably gonna be really hard at this point, is your center of gravity. Before you do the power generation and follow through, your center of gravity has to be in place before you do that. Beautiful, that was good. Yes. Beautiful. Nice. So there he exaggerated that on his jump, he did a little pause like a standing smash. And you see his accuracy and speed instantly improved because he has consistency every time. Now, I know when you're playing, it might be hard to get into that position every time, but no matter if you're in that position or if you're out of position, you always have to feel your center of gravity is stable and right in the center before you do your shots so that you can have consistency. So once you've learned all of those basic skills and mastered it down, I can guarantee you that your smash is going to be somewhere between 80, maybe to 90% of what a professional smash is going to be. 90% assuming you also work out and you have very good range of motion and just a very good sense of contact point and power on the shot. If you like this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and check out these videos.